When a business loses a court case, there's usually a settlement that they have to pay out. And if you've been personally affected as the consumer, you could get a little cash out of it. But how does that all even work? Who gets to keep any of the leftover money if it's not claimed? We got questions because we all want that money, right? 9 News legal expert Whitney Traylor joins us now to explain. Thanks for coming in.
Sure, good to be here.
This all stemmed from the Trader Joe's class action lawsuit.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's saying they put too many numbers on the receipt years ago, potentially meaning that you could have fraud or whatever, right? And so they're saying, okay, we have this class action lawsuit. How does that work? Once they settle for a class action lawsuit, how do they determine how much money even goes in there?
Well, so it depends on the class. So in this case, the settlement was $7.4 million.
Okay.
And it was for people who shopped between March 5th and June 19th of 2019.
Yeah, so, 7 years. How do you even remember that?
So it's only a few Trader Joe's.
Okay.
And so you have to submit a claim form, and once you submit the claim form, then if you are determined to be part of the class, then you will receive whatever money, part of that $7.4 million. But you also have to understand they'll take out the attorney fees as well.
Right, and we're going to get to that in a second too. But I was saying, I'm a Trader Joe's shopper. I probably shopped during that time, but I'm not going to spend the time to go back and look at my receipts. What can you do in that situation?
Yeah, well, I think they actually sent out emails to folks who may be part of the class.
Okay.
But on the website, you can go and it'll ask for certain information and it'll show it. But here's the thing, it was only, so the federal law says you can't have more than the last 5 digits of your credit card number. And apparently what they did was had the first 6 and the last 4.
Ooh, so, that's a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was only at a few Trader Joe's and it wasn't every receipt.
Okay.
So this class I think is going to be fairly small, but you raise a great point. How am I supposed to remember? So, some people I guess keep good records, but for the most part you'll either get the email or you'll file the form and they'll ask for certain information and then they'll determine if you're a class member.
In this one, how much are people eligible to get?
Well, so it depends on how big the class is. So there's 7.4 million minus the attorney fees. And so whoever's in that class, if there's more people, they're going to get less. If there's less people, they'll actually get more. Right now, they're estimating that it'll be $102.
That's not bad.
No, that's not bad.
$102.
And then you can take it and spend it at Trader Joe's.
Which is what I do. I spend way too much money there. Talk a little bit about, you kind of touched on it, but if there's a lot of people that don't apply for it, right? Like me, I'm not going to go back and look 6 years ago. That money is still distributed out to whoever does apply for it, right?
Yes, it won't go back to the company. So depending the size of the class, if it's a smaller class, they'll just get more money. So when you do, and I know a lot of people have gotten those postcards that say, hey, you may be eligible for this class, and you have to go on the website and opt in. And people are like, I hope there's less people that join this class because that's more money for me.
I know, I was kind of joking. Let's not tell people about this
Exactly.
one. Some people complain about the lawyers kind of taking all of the money in class action lawsuits. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, first, they don't take all of the money. So in this case, the lawyers are estimated to get $2.5 million. But, I get the frustration, but you have to understand, these cases are very difficult. They take a long time. Many times, the lawyers are fronting the expenses. They work on a contingency, so they only get money if you get money. And another way to look at it is, this is holding these companies accountable. Because if a company, for example, takes $3 from 1 million people, well, that's a $3 million business model.
Yeah.
So they're holding them accountable. And the issue is that an individual's not going to hire an attorney and sue for $3. So this is what really, I think, holds their feet to the fire to the companies.
I think you bring up a really good point too, because they haven't been charging this whole time to get to this point. If this happened back in 2019, they've been working on this for years without getting paid.
Right, that's exactly right. And then there's also a fairness hearing. And so the judge has to determine, hey, were these attorney fees in line? Is it okay? So even with this case, the settlement won't be finalized. The judge has to finalize it in August. And that's when the judge will also determine whether the attorney fees are fair. So folks who want to apply for this or see if they're part of the class, they have to do so by June 6th of this year. So there's still time.
Is there a website for it?
Yeah, there is a website.
Okay, tjfactasettlement.com, is that right?
No, I don't think it's right. I think it's TJ factsettlement.com. But if you just punch in Trader Joe's settlement class action, it'll pop right up.
Okay,
Yeah.
you can see if you're part of it.
Exactly.
I got to do that now.
Come
I got to
on,
get my money.
get there.
I just told you that I still clip coupons. You know, $100. I'm going to go look
Hey,
for
man,
sure.
Every penny counts.
Boy, does it.
Yes.
Whitney, as always, thanks for coming in.
Sure.